This is a CBS 11 News First Alert Weather Day update.
Hi, everyone. I'm meteorologist Elise and joined early on this Wednesday with Jeff Ray. He is in the Weather Center with me. We're following these storms that are pushing through North Texas at this time. Some heavy rain, a lot of lightning, and some gusty winds as well. But currently not seeing anything severe, but the threat still does remain as we move on through the next few hours. So we're not completely out of the woods. If we go on over and switch on over. There we go. All right. If we go on over and switch to Lynx 1, we'll go ahead and kind of break down what we're dealing with on radar. Again, right now, really heavy rain coming down. It continues to cover the Metroplex. Some of these harder hit areas right now where the lightning show is going to be pretty impressive as well. They're around DFW Airport, the Grapevine area, Coppell, back around Euless. We're dealing with some of that really heavy rain. And as far as those winds, as Jeff samples some of those areas, that we might be able to kind of give you a little bit more indication of what those winds are. But the potential does remain to see some really gusty winds, as has been the case really all night long. But as you see, this is all going to continue to track off to the east. So we'll watch as that moves into Dallas County, but then up around the Colony, getting in on some of that heavier rain as well. And then as far as Collin County, you've not quite seen some of those stronger storms just yet, but they'll be heading your way as well. Zooming out a little bit more, we'll kind of show you what the big picture looks like. Of course, this is all ahead of a cold front. Right now, a little bit disorganized. We haven't seen it organize very well just yet, but we have that opportunity as these storms cross the I-35 corridor and then move off to the east. That opportunity is going to be there. In fact, there is a tornado watch for those locations where the storms could organize a bit more, and that tornado watch lasts until 7 a.m. So the chances there for at least a couple of potential brief spin-up tornadoes as these storms continue on racing to the east. Right now, a little bit of interest down in Johnson County, too. You can see some of that really heavy rain and a little bit of more organization, Jeff, as we take a look down around Cleburne, that storm tracking off to the east. So, Jeff, anything of note that you're seeing right now as you're kind of sampling these spots on radar?
Yeah, we're always going to be looking at this leading edge for quick spin-up tornadoes. Just because we're under a tornado watch, we haven't seen anything of that activity here through the overnight hours. We did get something close over parts of Parker County. But what's coming in from the west now is a trough that has been dug down over into West Texas. This is going to swing across, and basically that's going to get rid of the cap. And that's what's been holding all this stuff at bay. And as the upper air support comes in here closer towards morning, we could have some of these thunderstorms get a little bit stronger, in fact, even go severe. So they're going to keep that tornado watch till 7 a.m. Because of that. But we can see this leading edge that's now down in parts of Hill County over across Johnson County is certainly producing some strong winds. No warnings out on it, but we'll have to keep an eye on this line as it crosses from Cleburne and Keene and Joshua, heads into Ellis County. It has the potential over the next 30 minutes to 45 minutes of getting a little bit stronger because of that upper air support, at least coming in.
Yeah, exactly. That's a great explanation, Jeff, and a good reminder that even though right now things don't look too bad, we do have, like Jeff said, that upper level support that's going to swing through. That's where we would have to watch. So it's really from about now till about 7 a.m. So we do have at least several more hours to be watching for that severe threat that's going to basically ride along the I-35 corridor and points back out to the east. So we'll continue to watch. But again, right now it's mostly just some very, very heavy rain and a lot of lightning that we continue to watch. As far as the movement of some of these areas of stronger winds, we're talking about those heading to places like Oak Hill about 306, Crowley about 310, and we'll continue to watch as that storm does head off towards places like Keene about 312. So just a little heads up of what is coming your way. But as we continue to monitor this, we will be watching for, again, mostly a damaging wind threat. There will be the potential potential for some isolated spots of large hail. That's quarter-size hail. And again, maybe a brief spin-up tornado or two. But right now, we are just watching these non-severe thunderstorms roll across the Metroplex, and we're going to keep watching this very closely. Now, as we switch on over to Max 1, wanted to show you a little bit more on this. Again, timing is going to be really now through about 7 a.m. We're still going to be watching for the potential for some really strong winds, potentially damaging winds that could get up to about 70 miles an hour, and then that hail of up to a quarter size. But I do want to show you how fast this is going to be moving through. So here we are right now watching as that area of storms kind of organizes a bit more and could become a bit more linear. That's where that damaging wind threat comes into play. Cold fronts pushing past the I-35 corridor by about 5 o'clock. So as we get later on into the morning, 6, 7, all of this has now pushed out of the Metroplex. This is 7 a.m. You see that it's all back far to the east, past Paris, down around Mineola, back around Tyler and Athens as well. So we are going to see this pushing out very, very quickly as we move on through the morning. And then the rest of the day actually is going to see some dry weather and some cooler weather too, because again, we are seeing a cooler, drier air mass behind this, but not looking for a drastic drop off. We will see temperatures dip a bit. Looks like we'll top out in the upper 60s to around 70 today. And as you look at that temperature setup right now, 60s out to the west where the rain has cooled the air mass. And then out ahead of it, still a really warm, muggy setup. 73 for Terrell. Back to Mineola, it is currently 73 as well. Of course, we're going to continue to track this all through the morning. You can stay tuned on CBS 11. You can always follow us online as well, cbsdfw.com.
This has been a CBS 11 News First Alert Weather Day update.